Hey guys, welcome to this week's podcast episode. And I've got a guest for you today, Tanya Brody. She's an email copywriter, marketer, and we're going to talk about email list, common mistakes, and email marketing. For the audience out there, it's going to be a great way of audience building, and I'm happy to welcome Tanya to the show. Welcome, Tanya.
Thank you very much, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So, start out with your journey and how you got to be where you are and how the audience can benefit from your expertise.
Sure. So you see this weird thing behind me. That's a harp. And I actually started out as a professional musician. And I used to collect email addresses on a paper list, trying to interpret people's handwriting, like probably 20, 30 years ago. So needless to say, email marketing has changed quite a bit since then. We've actually got, email service providers that let you send bulk emails so you don't get your account shut down. We've got spam filters that try and catch emails that you shouldn't be sending, or people who shouldn't be sending to you. We've got a lot has changed since I started in the email marketing industry. But what I used to do is I used to email people and say, hey, we're going to be in town, come see our show. Hey, here's what's going on with our band. That I literally started out as someone running, my own business and trying to build that relationship with my fans so that they would show up to our concerts, so they'd buy our albums, so that they'd, support us when we did things online, stuff like that. If we did online concerts, if we did social media stuff, that's how I started. I then became a full-time direct response, full stack copywriter and focused on email marketing because A, I knew it well. And B, I found that so many businesses just didn't understand how important it is for their business. Because, if social media is great, online ads are great, they're going to get people into your business and they're going to make people aware of your business. But what if that person doesn't buy right away? Are you actually going to rely on that social media ad, that online ad to find them again when they're ready? Or do you want to instead nurture them until they actually are ready to buy? You actually have their information. They're welcoming you into their inbox and they're excited to hear from you because they're actually interested in what you have to offer. I'd be going with the latter personally because it's less expensive than running ads constantly, A. And B, you can really focus your ads on the people coming in and then focus your email on keeping that person in your system, which costs you a lot less money, actually creates a better customer. And most importantly, is what's going to get you the sale in the long run, which is what we all want as business owners, right? We want those repeat customers who love what we do, are excited to talk about how our business has helped them. Because that's really what building a relationship with your subscribers and customers is all about, is creating that relationship and making them excited about how you are going to help them solve their problem.
Yeah, and I love this idea, especially in this day and age of just very fickle social media is like, like basically these platforms are basically just changing everything so that they can get more advertisers and just kind of monetizing your attention and just changing everything on a whim. The other why is I think for the audience in this day and age, like they're like, why an email list, why a website, why is it crucial for businesses of all sizes?
So it's funny, I actually saw this on one of my mentors' Facebook pages the other day. Someone asked, are websites even relevant anymore? And, and ultimately your website has become your calling card. We don't pass out business cards anymore. I mean, I have them still, but I think I give them to people like once every 6 months because they don't have something to write on or they don't have their phone with them or something weird. But also email is important because it's a direct connection. Social media is great, But here's my equivalent. So social media is fantastic, right? It's great. But it's like trying to have a conversation on a crowded dance floor, right? There's so much going on. There's all the boom, boom, boom of the music, and there are all these people thrashing around next to you, and you're like, what? What did you say? I didn't hear that. Whereas email is literally like someone inviting you into their living room to have a cup of tea and a chat. Because when someone gives you their email address, they are giving you permission to actually come into their inbox, which is our digital living room, right? It's where we pay attention to things. It's where we focus on the emails we actually want to read. It's where we, maybe we're scanning the newspaper and something catches our eye, but we go, oh, yes, I want to read about that. I want to focus on that. People are giving you their attention. So the reason to have an email list is to keep people's attention, to be that relevant thing. So when you suddenly become the thing on fire on their desk, because we are all in that situation where we're very busy, and until that thing that they really need to solve is on fire on their desk, you're just going to be this thing in the background. But suddenly you're going to see your email and go, oh my God, yes, this person has been writing to me for months. I signed up for this thing months ago, but you know what? I need it now. And they're going to click and they're going to say, yes, this is the thing I need. This is perfect. This is the solution to my problem. And you will be their savior, their helper, their mentor to get to the next phase for them, which is really what being in business is all about. Let's face it. We think we're in business to make money, but really all businesses are here to serve. We're here to help people. Pardon me, pesky little ear pods.
Yeah, which is I really like this idea because you're basically there's this either a blog post or a book is called 1000 True Fans. And what's interesting is we're all trying to get to this like Joe Rogan or Mr. Beast, have all these like millions, and then but if you have like 1000 true fans, which is what your strategy is, it's probably more effective. So, the next question I have for you is, common mistakes of just when it comes to email marketing, what are some of the most common mistakes you see businesses make?
Actually, I want to address that by addressing what you just said about wanting, everyone wants like the billion followers. Well, the truth is you don't need a billion followers. You need your followers. You need your people on your email list. Because, I don't know about you, but I'm not for everybody. Hundreds, thousands of other email marketers out there who do very different things and preach very different things than I do. And those are for those people who want to follow them. My people follow me. So you need your people. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people making is they cast their net so wide that they get all of these people who aren't their people. Mm-hmm. And then they get angry because they're not getting good results from their email. Well, when you focus on your people, on your audience, when you really target the people who are going to be best served by your product or service, that's when you're going to get those 1000 true fans, those dedicated people who are opening your emails every day and who are reading what you're saying and are using your products or services. That's what's going to make your business thrive. Because those people know more of your people and they will share your information with those people and help you reach those people. But also your people will see how you are affecting their people and go, oh yeah, I want to be there. So it's like, it's a ripple. It may be a small drop, but it's going to ripple out to reach all the people you need to reach, which may only be 1,000 people. It depends on what you do. Obviously, as a copywriter, I need 6 clients. I don't need thousands upon thousands of clients. As a teacher of these methods, I want more people. So I want my ripple to go further, right? Mm-hmm. So really look at how big do you need your audience to be to have a thriving business and to be able to continue to expand without hitting that Mr. Beast, I am so overwhelmed. Oh my God. All of the things, trying to serve all of the people and not really serving anyone. I think it was Malcolm Gladwell, maybe? Either that or Seth Rogen, who said, if you're trying to serve everyone, you're not serving anyone.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, just like I said, what I really admire about you is basically, what I see is you just, stay in your lane because a lot of entrepreneurs are like, they just like, oh, TikTok, oh, Instagram Reels, oh, YouTube, and it's just kind of, scattered here and there. And basically, you're very focused. You're like basically started from people signing up and then you adding them and then using websites and then using the internet to scale and have people come to you. So the next question I have for you is which really interesting is you talked about like writing emails and the importance of frequency, what to talk about, how to create engagement. What are your just kind of briefly thoughts on that?
So the biggest frustration that I get from any business owner when I say, so do you have an email list? And they go, no. I say, why not? Because I never know what to write. That is that, and I don't have the time. Those are the two biggest comments I get. So the I never know what to write is everyone's biggest frustration because it's sitting here staring at a blank screen when you're trying to write something. It's like, I need to write an email to my people. I don't even know where to start. That's a real thing. And I do this for myself and my clients every day. So I get it. You need to find that inspiration. And honestly, there are really simple places to start. And I always say to people who are like, I can't think of anything to write, start with the most common questions your customers ask. They're asking, the people on your list are going to be asking too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They may feel really, really normal and common to you, but these people are coming to you because you're the expert, right? To just start with like the top 3 questions your customers ask. What are those things? Look, you got 3 emails. Great. Go you. And then the time thing is an email does not need to take you all day to write. This does not have to be a perfectly crafted diamond that you are showing to yours. People want to get to know you. They want to know who you are. So when you just like write stuff and put your personality into it and just go ahead and write whatever's on your mind, that's what they want. That is part of what's building that relationship. I write about my cats. I write about the fact that I love science fiction, and I put Star Wars references and Doctor Who references in my emails all the time. I write about things that frustrate me, as a business owner, as a human being, what have you, because people want to know who you are. We all buy from people we know, like, and trust, right? That's common. That's a way to build that know, like, and trust relationship, is just being you. So don't feel like you have to write your thesis, your graduate thesis for every single email. It shouldn't take you more than half an hour to write this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the main thing that I do for my students is I have a group where we come in and we write for half an hour, right? Sit down, you write your email, boom. Then we go through and we review those emails. So everyone has my eyes on their email. And I look at them, I go, okay, so change this, this, and this. And, and I say to my group, what do you guys think? Because you've got a wealth of people there who are like, that doesn't make sense to me. Or I really like this, but this doesn't flow well. And that way they've got a whole bunch of input on that email before they even send it out. So then we spend another 20 minutes editing the emails and then they're done. Right? So it shouldn't take you that long. It should be a simple process. As far as the getting something out there, knowing what to start with, if I can take a moment to talk about lead magnets, you should have a lead magnet of some sort. Mine is actually a list of 30 subject lines that will to help you keep your subscribers opening and reading every email. And it is literally a list of 30 subject lines and writing prompts to help you write. So you are not stuck staring at the blank screen of death, as one of my students like to call it. And just having a place to start really, really helps. So just to transition for a moment over to lead magnets, because that's another big mistake I see people making, is they come up with a crazy, weird lead magnet that has nothing to do with their subject or their product or service. Because ultimately, your lead magnet should lead to your product or service. It should be some small, quick win that helps people get to the point where they're like, yeah, I'm ready to take the next step. Where do I sign up? So, for example, my 30 subject lines leads people to the course that teaches you to write an email in 30 minutes, because that's what people want. They want to be able to they have the idea, they want to be able to get it done. It's the idea, it's what to write, and where do I find the time? Solve the problem. 30-minute email workshop. That's how your lead magnet should work. So find the thing in your business, the small, quick win that you can give to anyone who's interested to draw them in, so that they go, oh, well, I got this success. If I get the whole thing, I'll get even more success. I'll get that much closer to my goal. I'll get my entire goal, depending on what it is.
Yeah. Well, real quick, so it sounds like you're HARP, and then now you transition to teaching students how to, this whole concept of email marketing and copywriting, through courses or through group masterminds. One thing, if someone wants to build and grow their email list, what's the best? I know you mentioned a lead magnet, but is it just going out and speaking in front of groups, having a channel, a podcast? What is the best way to get those people onto your email list?
All of the above. That's the thing about actual lead generation, is you've got to go in lots of different places. You and I are on this podcast. I know you speak on stages. I do a lot of social media. I'm not huge. I should do more. I think we should probably all do more, but I am getting my name out there on podcasts. I do some speaking as well. I talk to people in the grocery line, honestly, about what I do. But it's like, go to where your people are, and post on social media. I write a lot of blog posts because people want the information. So find the thing that attracts people to you and get it out there in all the places that you can. And there's a lot you can do for free. I mean, honestly, there's a lot you can do just to get your message out there. You don't have to go spending tons of money on ads. At some point, will you need to spend money on ads? Yes, you probably will. But get things started just by creating that following and giving people that, again, that lead magnet, that thing that gets them to give you their email address. Those email addresses, you start writing.
Yeah, I love that, because I know, it could be a book, and then, it could be a podcast, blog, could be a YouTube channel, anything like Instagram, TikTok, any of these big channels, and you just basically funnel it into a email list. You collect that email, and then from that email, you can start what you call like nurture sequences, which you teach. And then the beauty of it is you own that email list. It's not controlled by some third party. How can people reach out? Because I really love this. This really a gem, and talking about just ownership, and how can people follow you and check out your course and all of that?
Well, you can find me at TanyaBrodyCopywriter.com. That is the easiest place to find me, and you will see my lead magnet right there. Because it pops up on the screen welcoming you. Yeah. And check out the blog posts. There's a wealth of information there. Feel free to follow me on social media. And I'm primarily Facebook and LinkedIn. So I'm there. You could find Tanya Brody on both of those. And then come check out the website and get on my email list, because then you'll see what I am doing and you'll get a wealth of information just from my emails. Of course, I want you to take the course because then you'll be writing your own emails, which is to your advantage. Because I always tell people, yes, it's all well and good to hire a copywriter, but the truth is you're going to get the best bang from your buck when you are building that relationship. Do you have to write every single email out there? No. No, you don't. You don't need to. You can have copywriters write, there are some emails you want someone like me to be writing. Like, I'm really good at writing sales emails because I'm a persuasive direct response copywriter. But if you're writing that weekly email that goes out to your audience that tells them what's going on with your business or hypes up the product that you're really excited about because you created it, because you got feedback from all of your customers on XYZ, that's going to have more impact than anything I could write because it's coming from your lips, not my fingers, right? There's a big difference. And since ultimately you are the face of your business, not me, you're the one who should really be communicating with them, even if it's just once a week. One of my mentors recently started emailing his list again after years of not writing his own emails. He's like, I need to be in communication just once a week. I mean, someone else will be doing all the other stuff and that's fine. But once a week, I'm going to be the one writing to you. And I think that's so important. And this is like a guy who runs a multi-million-dollar company, right? So we're not talking, someone small. We're talking a major player in the marketing world. He started doing this again. So if he's doing it, we should all be doing it. We should be learning by example.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to, because I have so many other questions, because email is kind of word, but then also in today's communication channels, we've got video and audio. So because I know people create communities and groups, and then basically, how you talked about one guy having a team of copywriters, but he writes, one email a week. It's similar to like one influencer. He's got a community, and he shows up in a live and kind of interactive format. So, but the principles and concepts are all the same. So really, really interesting. And for all the audience, let's thank Tanya for coming on, and really valuable podcast. And I'm glad we were able to have her on, and be sure to give her socials a like and follow, sign up for her email list, and check out her products. And thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me, Chris. I really appreciate it.